Jimmy and Scott digging through the past. Crazy tales they uncover fast. History's stranger than you think. They'll also talk about wieners in a blink. They'll talk about wieners in a blink. Oddball history.
A boom, boom, boom.
A how.
Welcome to this week's episode of Oddball History.
Welcome.
Today we're doing History's Got Talent.
Yep.
A little showcase of some of history's most odd performers, I would say. We have a French flatulist, a butt whisperer.
Such a good one.
Or a butt shouter.
Yeah.
He played music with his butt.
Yeah.
That's the end of it.
He was an ass musician slash ass. Yeah, he was like the Pavarotti of asses.
Yes.
I
really,
guess you could say.
He was the founding of being artsy-fartsy.
Very true.
There we go.
And people have always loved farts, we learned.
It's always funny.
I mean,
historically, a high percentage joke.
Yep.
Then we're also doing the only castrated singer to ever be recorded.
Yeah, the last of a dying breed.
Yeah, one of the last. There's another guy that performed.
Dead breed now. They're all dead.
Yeah, they're all gone. Unless you follow the Michael Jackson conspiracy.
That he's a castrati?
That he was a castrati.
Well, he's dead too now.
Yeah, well. Well, yeah, that was stupid of me.
Well, so long. Well, but still, we're saying he was the last of the line. But if we believe in the wacko jacko conspiracy,
yes,
to use a term from the
we're
British
talking
tabloids,
about the last of the creepy guy from Game of Thrones. That's what they were all built like. Which, what a casting to be like, you look like a guy that had his balls cut off as a child.
You got it.
He's like, you look exactly like that.
Yeah. And and I read that really was a thing. I didn't know it when I saw Game of Thrones, but that really was a thing. They were prized as like advisors because they couldn't have heirs, so they couldn't usurp you.
Yeah.
So people were like, going to keep you around, pal.
You seem like a team player. And then we're doing a German magician with no arms or legs.
That's right.
Congenital defect.
And a coxman of the highest. Oh, my God.
He had a big heart and an even bigger dick.
Yeah.
God bless him for being a 2-foot tall man.
He was spreading it around.
We'll get
Johnny
into it.
Appleseeding it.
I really am excited to talk about the slang term for a vagina.
Me too. Stick around.
Stick around.
That's called a teaser here in the business. Find out what they called vaginas in this
England in the 1700s.
Yeah, in this guy's day.
Because just a floating torso went around Ireland banging everybody.
Yep.
And then an Egyptian guy that was maybe the greatest regurgitator.
Yeah.
Which back in vaudeville,
Hadji Ali.
That used to be a prize skill.
Yeah.
Regurgitation.
Yeah, and he sounds pretty damn good. A little cameo appearance from our old friend Morris Fishbean, the nemesis of Dr. John Romulus Brinkley of the goat gland surgery fame. Just a lot of good, fun stuff to talk about, really.
And before that, as always, let's see what AI jokes Lumen 5 can come up with. Let's get into those top comments.
Top comments of the week.
Welcome to the top comments with Oddball History. Before Jimmy and Scott idly chit-chat about some bullshit, let's do some AI jokes. Imagine a grand concert hall, the audience silent with anticipation. Suddenly, a performer lets out a thunderous fart. The crowd erupts, not in applause, but in laughter. The critic writes, "A moving performance with a truly unexpected wind section. Sometimes, history's greatest performances are remembered for all the wrong reasons." Meet the legendary Lothario, famous for his charm, despite having no arms or legs. How did he woo so many admirers? Simple. He always swept them off their feet, literally. Turns out, when you cannot give a hand, you give your heart instead. Now for those top comments. Chaos reigns.
All right, this is kind of a heartfelt one. Brent Myers sent me another email. If you send us nice things, I'll read it out loud.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. He said, because he sent an email that was nice and then a funny one, and we talked about it. And he goes, "Hey, Jimmy, let me set the stage. There I was with my earpods in listening to the latest podcast. I found myself on a step stool trying to figure out where my wife stores a flower vase. It was then I hear you read my emails I sent a week or so ago. The vase hit the floor, but that's not here nor there. I took a victory lap around the kitchen island. True story. Long story short, I'm now a celebrity who needs a new flower vase. Long live Lawn Chair Larry." Who. I love his little
thank you.
sign-offs. Yeah.
For
Tech
sure.
Forever, episode 30.
Yeah.
Lawn Chair Larry, another good episode.
Yeah, I totally forgot about Lawn Chair Larry. What a character. But yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much for the love, for the kind words.
Yeah,
and
then
for dropping your vase.
your flower vase.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's
Hope it wasn't that nice of a
we don't
vase.
hold ourselves personally liable for any items damaged and or lost during the course of listening to this podcast. So
right.
that's just a little word from our lawyers.
As a rule, I don't find myself personally liable for anything. Just as a general rule in my life.
And this week's episode is brought to you by LegalZoom.
It's not my fault.
LegalZoom. We didn't do it. Neither did you. LegalZoom.
Fucker.
The next one's from Blake T. Burl. He's commented a bunch. He gave us a couple episode ideas that we enjoyed. And
Yeah. Shout out Blake.
so this was just a fun fact. He says, another callback is that Andrew Jackson had a horse named after Sam Patch.
Oh, very cool.
So if you check out episode 71, Historic Hell Gigs, we talk about Sam Patch.
Sam Patch, America's first daredevil.
The Yankee Leaper. And
Yeah.
so Andrew Jackson had a horse named after him. That's cool.
Have you ever heard the thing about how Andrew Jackson's parrot had to be taken out of his funeral because he was cursing? It's like I think it's a true story because I've read it like bunch of different times. So at this point, I'm just like, it must. I'm assuming it's true.
Milton Berle had a big dick. Andrew Jackson had a racist parrot. We all know
foul.
These are just American mythos at this point.
Yep, that's a fact. I just love the idea of a parrot ruining a funeral.
It is funny.
I mean, a parrot cursing anywhere
on its
is
own.
pretty funny.
Put it in a funeral. It's
But
like
in a funeral,
It's like a fart.
yeah,
A quiet, sullen moment, and just a.
yeah, you can just completely undercut the seriousness.
That
of
would
a moment
I would
with the
lose
wealth.
it in a church.
I was thinking about this. How different would the show Breaking Bad have been if when Walter was giving his big, scary, I am the one who knocks speech, if Skylar had just farted really loud, if she had just been like, he would have had no choice but to be like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, I'll get out of the drug game.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Think of flatulence as a way to diffuse crime.
It's a power move, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to break it out.
Because I am the one who knocks.
And look,
All right, you're right.
like, Skylar, Jesus.
Okay, come on.
You could have just said you didn't want me to do it anymore. No, I'm not victim, but Skylar, you know, she was at a no-win position here.
Yeah.
You know, an unfairly maligned TV character, I feel.
Yes.
She was just in a bad position.
Well, I think that was the funny thing of all the hate she got. She was so unlikable because she was so against.
Because she was like,
her husband
you probably
doing
shouldn't
drugs."
be a drug kingpin.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you bitch.
Yeah, what a cold bitch. It's like, he's making moves, God damn it.
Yep.
But she's clearly the right one. It's very funny.
It's a good show, man.
I enjoyed.
I loved that
This
show.
was not a comment, but it was
I know
about.
that's a rare. Hot take. I liked Breaking Bad.
Next episode, we're going to talk vaguely about The Sopranos for a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe Godfather 2. Who knows?
Verdict. We like it.
Scott did such a good impression of a gay man on America's Next Top Model in season 1.
They say stuff like, she's rail thin. I love it. Yeah.
That clip, she's rail thin.
I love it.
Yeah, Laura Evangelista.
It was kind of like I don't know who I was. I would have to go back and watch the show because there were a few different ones but their arguments are so funny.
But that clip got flagged, and it provides a link to You're Not Alone, the National Alliance for Eating Disorders.
Oh, no. Oh, that's really funny.
So if you check out that episode, or that clip, and you have an eating disorder, you can get the resources you need. And that's nice.
They're trying to slowly counteract all the damage that America's Next Top Model did all those years.
We're sorry, guys.
That's why we have those now, getting flagged on random.
Speaking of, Instagram hid this next comment, which was about the straw hat riot, how they used to take people's straw hats and
Yeah, smash them.
smash them.
stockbrokers playfully take each other's straw hats on the 15th and bash them, and it's very fun. Here's where the problem comes in.
Yep.
The youths of the New York City,
It turned into some people smashing.
it turned into some people smashing.
Lindsay Velvet Spectre goes, when I say I have traditional American values, what I mean is I'll beat your ass over a small fashion pet peeve.
Yeah.
Which I guess Instagram hid that because it condones violence or something.
Yeah, that's crazy, though.
Yeah, that's a good
comment.
That's a good
Thanks,
comment.
Lindsay. We appreciate it.
It is
as
funny.
always. And it's true.
And we don't condone violence unless you break an arbitrary fashion rule.
Yeah,
Then-
unless you like grab my hat or something.
Yeah, then it's on.
How many you see with internet fight videos? A fair amount of fights I do feel still get started by someone taking someone's hat.
Yeah, the hat, it's the most disrespectful move. Just taking someone's hat off and throwing it.
Yeah, it's mean.
That was a thing that happens around fire stations sometimes, that my current station doesn't do it, but it's happened at others, where it still is very funny. You make a plate of food, and then someone would knock it out of your hand.
Oh, that's brutal.
So childishly hilarious.
Yeah,
And just a completely disrespectful
and
way.
defeating.
It's defeating.
Because you're so excited about that food. You're not oh, man. Oh, devastating.
Okay, this one I wanted to do just because the John C. Woods clip is still getting comments. John C. Woods, a famous American executioner that lied on his resume and hung all the Nazi brass in World War II.
Woodsy.
Woodsy.
People love to talk about Woods. No.
No, they're not. Thankfully, the internet, it silos itself nicely to where John C. Woods did kill Nazis. We talk about Nazis.
Yeah.
So all of our Nazi sympathizers really
fucking
flocked to that
woodwork.
clip.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. But yeah, the Jews really get blamed for a lot because about this guy, he was talking about hanging Nazis in Nuremberg.
Yeah.
And then this guy goes, should have been done to the Confederacy. And they're like, wow, okay. Out
Yeah.
of left field, seems out of context, but I'm with it.
Yeah.
And then this guy goes, maybe the Jewish slave traders and owners that made up the majority and financed the South.
Jesus. That's deep.
What didn't they do?
Oh, man.
They're really the ultimate scapegoat.
They're behind everything.
They were doing it. But then someone comments to this guy and goes, you're holding a grudge against the Confederacy? Get a grip. Fucking dork.
Whoa.
Try to enjoy a childish insult.
Yeah.
This guy, and so the guy originally commenting is called Nimrod the Wise.
All right.
And the guy picking on him is Gorilla Biscuit.
Okay.
So the Nimrod goes, no, the racism that drove them to turn against their country was allowed to subsist and grow into the KKK and inspire the fascists in Germany, not to mention the current administration. Take a shot at Hitler and Trump. And then
Fair.
he comments again and goes, you dork. We're in a dork shoot-off
I really.
about Nazis
like
in the
the word
Confederacy.
dork.
It is very funny.
Is it true it's a whale's penis?
A dork?
A dork? Isn't that where it comes from?
I do not know that.
I forgot my phone today. I feel like insane without it.
Yeah.
I can't look it up
That's
now.
good, you know.
But I think a
Hang up
dork
and
is a
hang out.
whale's penis. Right on in. Tell us.
Yes.
Is a dork a whale's penis? And what are some other fun terms for animal penises that you know? Sound off in the comments.
I'll just never not laugh at people's silly internet handles.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, Gorilla Biscuit, I find your research wanting.
Yeah.
It makes me giggle.
Yeah.
This
It's just fun.
the Clowns vs. Firemen riot, the Toronto Clown and Firefighter riot,
So this story starts out at a brothel.
as all good ones do.
No one knows for sure who started it. All we know is there are all these clowns, American clowns, Irish Canadian firefighters in the same brothel. They started fighting. It becomes a wild rumble. Yeah.
That got a lot of
So
comments.
fun.
A lot of people enjoyed that one. This guy, B.
I mean, not
Ewert-
if you were there, probably, but
Yeah, if you were a clown or a fireman, they both really didn't win.
yeah, the firefighters are just blind with rage,
Yeah.
and then the clowns are, I mean, swimming for their lives. What a day!
This guy goes, all that sitting around grooming each other's mustaches and eating chili made those firefighters soft.
I saw that.
I was like, hey, fuck you. Also, You got some points.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
but
do
is
have
the
a guy-
chili, have you perfected the chili recipe?
So
That's
we
the
had a
more
guy make
important
chili
question.
last shift, and it was okay.
All right.
And I kept making fun of him because I was just like, is this Wolf Brand? And he was like, no, I made it. I was like, so just the good old Wolf Brand's not okay. I'm sure it tastes fine.
Oh, you think you know better than
and he's
Wolf?
one of those like no beans and chili guys.
Yeah. Which I gotta say, as a Texan, this is controversial, but I don't care.
I don't
You can
care.
have
Beans are
beans in your
nice.
chili. I don't give a
Filling,
shit.
It's a good source of protein.
I don't
They're
care.
healthy. Come on.
I don't know where that started from. Like, you know, like
Oh, that's like Cincinnati.
it's
chili
like
or
a
something.
really hard. Like people get really fired up about it, and it's not only that. Like I don't care. Like if sometimes chili has beans in it. It's also like I don't feel like I'm encountering enough chili in my life to be like really fired up.
Yes.
You know? My brother makes great chili.
Okay.
I have that chili plug, so maybe I'm just spoiled. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have to be like very strict in my position on chili composition.
Your identity as a Texan's more so established by a love of King of the Hill
yes.
and truck commercials.
Well, and my childhood was a lot like Bobby Hill. Like in a lot, it really was. When I look at the show, I'm like, damn, I was like an athletic Bobby, and with brothers. Those were the main two things setting us apart. But there were definitely parallels.
Yeah,
we both went to our first Halloweens as Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's
Hell yeah.
canon.
That's canon. Is there a season that's not canon?
But yeah, that's a lot of overlap.
Okay.
I feel.
Our little oddball history's own little Bobby Hill.
Well, and my brothers would roast me by comparing me to Bobby Hill as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way. But now I'm older, I see that there's a lot of parallels there, you know.
That clip or that comment just made me laugh because we ate chili recently and we have a guy that's learning how to cut hair. And so we do have a lot of grooming that's going on lately. He'll give you an okay haircut that takes 2.5 hours to finish.
Hell yeah.
But he'll do it, you know? Thank you, Alan. You're providing a service to everybody.
Yeah.
But still, fuck that guy. And then this was cute. This was Agents of Healing. Healing spelled Heeling. It's a dog account.
Oh.
Because they're healing. They're
I love
healers
it.
in that phone. And he goes, clowning has forever been an act of resistance. Clowns stand on business, even if it's funny business. That's just a powerful statement about clowning.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but I will tell you, when I was a really little kid, I went to the circus with my family.
Yeah.
And a clown, he was going to shake my hand, but then he switched hands and got me to switch my hand. And then he shook my left hand with his right hand, the outside, and I was made a fool of. I'm going to be like, what the fuck is this guy's deal?
It's this guy's problem.
Yeah. Shaking the outside of my hand.
That's how they get you.
Who does this guy think he is?
That's how that's why they're always ready to fight.
Yeah.
Because you walk around the world doing shit like that, you're going to get into some scuffles.
That's right. You shake the outside of a man's hand.
Yeah,
You better be
especially at
ready.
a brothel with firemen.
Yeah. Oh, some furniture's getting moved.
And then the last comment I wanted to do from the clowns versus firemen clip was this guy, John. He just, I don't know if English isn't his first language, but he said something almost profound that was also stupid.
Okay.
And he goes,
That sounds very up our alley.
speaking of fighting, he goes, used to be nothing. I'm pretty sure if you can juggle, you can be the aggressor.
All right.
I think he's saying that juggling is a violent man's hobby.
I don't see it. I got to be honest with you. I don't see how juggling skills are translating.
And also,
to
he says
boxing.
that can be the aggressor. Is he like giving permission then? Of if you can juggle, you can do all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
It's like the grab him by the pussy, but juggling.
He's able to, yeah, because he's good at juggling. We all know jugglers are badasses.
Hell yeah.
We've all seen them doing those bowling pins.
And then the last one, the infamous Fro, regular listener comments a bunch.
Oh, yeah, that's my buddy Matt Sotelo.
Oh, really?
Shout
Nice.
out, Matt. What's up, dude?
Hello, Matt. On the Cowboys clip, he goes, Jerry Jones to the Cowboys. Margarita, I hardly know her. That's a callback to I knew a guy that would make that joke every time. Every time a margarita got brought up, which being in Texas and being drinkers, margaritas are around.
Forgot about that.
And every time he would go, Margarita, I hardly met her. It doesn't make sense.
Oh man,
it doesn't make sense.
I love it though. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. This is the last
one. That's a good
time. Alan Tudyk, our most famous follower.
Shout out. Hey, I saw Frozen. One of his big voice roles.
There we go.
Frozen. I watched Frozen for the first time.
No offense to the lady from Peaky Blinders, whose name I forget.
I could save the day right now, but
Gareth Reynolds also follows us now, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out
Gareth Reynolds.
We love Gareth. Of course, ours is a cheap knockoff of theirs.
I do enjoy. I was like, oh shit, I love Gareth Reynolds. And then you go to the Dollop, his big podcast, and it's like two comedians host a bi-weekly history podcast.
I didn't realize it was bi-weekly too.
It's really bi-weekly.
It's just exactly. We started with 3 people. We were trying to be different. It happened organically. I stand by that, but we do a wildly similar podcast to the Dollop. If you see this, your sketch with Evan and Gareth, where you're getting the job with the phone sex line, is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was my favorite YouTube video all through college. Have you ever seen that? With the dueling banjos, It's 2 guys trying to get. It's Evan and Gareth, and they're trying to get they're competing for one job at this phone sex, gay phone sex company.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I'm gonna get this job, and the other guy's like, no, I'm gonna get this job, and then it's just a montage cutting back and forth of them being like, ooh, I'm so hard. It's fucking hilarious.
Clean fun.
Look it up if you get a chance.
But that concludes the top comments.
Top comments of the week.
Okay, now we're going to get into the first one, Le Petomane.
Le Petomane?
Le Petomane.
Le Petomane from Peter to fart, and man from maniac, so fartamaniac.
His nickname is the Fart Maniac.
The Fartamaniac. And what you gonna do, Paris, when Fartamania runs wild on you? That's what they were all asking themselves.
Yes. And his real name is Joseph Pujol.
Pujol, I think. It should be Pujol, but it should be Pujol.
That was a Freudian slip of sorts. I wish I were funny enough to do that on purpose, but
oh, Mr. Pujol,
Mr. Pujol.
That would just be too on the nose, I guess.
He was from Marseille.
Marseille.
He trained as a baker.
That's right. He discovered his talent as a young man. He was swimming on a trip,
which we're saying young man to make it seem less creepy. He was a boy. It
was after he left school.
Was it? I thought the beach trip he was like a kid.
I don't know. It said after he left school, but he could have left school at 10. Who knows? It's back in the day. But he went under the water and he just starts taking on water. Water just starts rushing into his ass, like the Titanic, like a sinking ship. Water starts rushing into his ass. Of course, it freaks him out. He sprints to the beach, and water's just gushing out of his ass. I like to imagine there was a fisherman's net in there and a treasure chest, maybe a skull.
Yeah,
but it freaks him out. He eventually learns that he can control it. He goes to the army and is always cracking everyone up with his thirsty ass bit. Where he's drinking water and shooting it.
In the army, he told his fellow soldiers about a special ability and repeated it for their amusement. Sucking up water from a pan into his rectum and then projecting it up to several yards.
Yeah. This isn't this is the beginning. His show gets better. I gotta say, I don't know how much I would love this part of the show. Looks like he's just diarrhea.
It's just
for a few feet.
Like a ping pong show in Thailand. It's just,
but less impressive.
Yeah.
Because you're I've squirted water from my ass that far,
But then through all this trial and error, he found out that he could not only do liquid, but he could suck in air.
That's right.
And then release it. And he learned his butthole was so flexible and he could control it that he could change the sound that would come out.
Amazing.
So he could play songs.
Great artists are always innovating.
Yeah.
Always pushing themselves. They're always looking for
pushing
the
their
next
limits,
thing.
even their butthole limits.
And yeah, he figures out, like when he was still working, before he goes out and goes full-time showbiz, he's working as a baker still, and he would like fart different instruments for customers. He'd be like, hey, you want to hear, I have a French horn back here. You want to hear it? And they'd be like, okay. I mean, I really just wanted to get bread, and he'll be like, all right, French horn it is. And then he'd be like, hey, you want to hear my oboe? And the guys there had been there like an hour and a half. He's like, I really have
to show you the oboe, though.
I was supposed to be at work 45 minutes ago, Joseph, but he's just farting all the instruments he can fart. Eventually, he goes out at first in Marseille, 1887. He hits the stage, starts doing his stage show. He would murder. By 1892, he
gets hired on by the famous Moulin Rouge.
The Moulin Rouge,
and he becomes their highest paid act.
That he is the motherfucking man of his time.
He's the Dane Cook of Moulin Rouge.
Yeah,
they're just like, I don't understand what he's doing, but everyone loves it.
Everyone loves it. People are laughing so hard at his shows, I heard, and this might have been a publicity stunt, might have been real, but people would laugh so hard at his shows that like the Moulin Rouge stationed attendants that could aid women who would pass out because they were wearing a combination of the hilarious farts and their tight like corsets and bodices. So they would have to tend to them if the farts got too funny. Insane ass show all the way through.
They said the musical impressions, he could do trumpets, flutes, even cannons, imitate thunder, gunfire, and voices.
Yeah, and cannons.
He could blow out candles, launch smoke, and even playing ocarinas.
Yes, he would fart the French national anthem La Marseillaise on an ocarina through a rubber tube in his ass. Which, I mean, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I'm just imagining he was selling out shows in a big theater.
He's making 20,000 francs a show.
So, but it's just magicians have people on stage like pretty women in outfits, and there's a lot of movement.
Yeah,
it's like, what's the process to get the tube in his ass?
Yeah,
on stage.
He has a little hole in his pants, I heard, so he could kind of just put the.
You need a minute to collect yourself.
Yeah,
I would like to see the logistics. What are the guys behind the scenes doing?
He goes every time. Every time everyone winces because and they're like, that was the only part of the show I didn't like.
Yeah,
when the real pain of jamming the hose up his ass. Yeah. But everything else was beautiful.
Everything else was
it was
very
so
funny.
worth it. But he was a pro. I bet he didn't make a sound like that.
He had some. There was a 1979 short film about him, which I'll probably include a couple clips.
For the first time in history, the Moulin Rouge had medical attendants standing by. What did this man do that could reduce Paris to hysteria every night? Quite simply,
Thank you, the mother-in-law.
he farted.
There was a video of him from 1900, a silent film.
Yeah.
Where he's like putting his ass against a giant horn. And the producer at the time, because it is a silent film, which really takes away from a lot of his humor of not hearing the fart.
Yeah.
But so this guy's plan was to release an odorous smell into the theater, like an immersive 3D experience.
Was this Edison?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were working on real smell-o-vision.
Yes,
they were
trying to do it.
Which you would think.
I read Edison.
Why this
and
guy?
I was like, "There's no way that's really Thomas Edison."
And son of a bitch,
he was working on smell-o-vision.
Wasn't his name Elva?
I don't know
his middle name, but this guy, he was a massive success. Only Harry Houdini earned more money as an entertainer in this time period. I did read after the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, he would do a San Francisco earthquake fart, which probably too soon, you know. He just starts doing it immediately. Like a lot of people were killed in the San Francisco earthquake, but he would do a San Francisco earthquake fart, which apparently was a 5-minute long fart, Which is just such a shame that we don't have a recording of that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's a shame.
That is incredible.
I
He
do
earned
like-
every penny.
Performers have always been pushing the boundaries. Like Daniel Tosh's famous, if any city needed a bath, it was New Orleans.
That was
pretty soon.
I don't remember that
That was
joke.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9/11 jokes, they happen.
Oh, he is so edgy. Can
So
he
edgy.
even say that? Do you remember the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sound guy that got fired for playing "Rock You Like a Hurricane" when the Saints came? That was a real thing that happened. People were immediately like, that guy's gonna get fired. It was one of those.
Well, there's been a few of those where, like, there's the guy that did the Japanese voice. I think he was trying to do Elmer Fudd.
But he missed and landed
And he landed on an offensive
Japanese from a Warner Brothers
Because he was
cartoon
like, what would
in
you-
1942.
I forgot who they were pitching to, but it was one of the big Japanese players. He was just like, and coming to the plate, talking about the pitcher, he's like, "You'll be very, very sorry."
And you're like,
Go.
the Nick Castellanos, yeah, it was the original Castellanos home run after the guy got on the hot mic saying the F slur. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, this will probably be the end of my career. A long drive to the left by Castellanos. Do you remember that?
Yes. Our next guy we're going to cover, God, you got to love fart musicians. But we got to move on.
Yeah.
This is Alessandro Moreschi. And he was the last castrato, born in 1858 in Monte Compatri, Italy.
The last castrati. They take my balls.
So castration was big in Europe, primarily because the Catholic Church would not allow women in the choir.
Yeah.
Weird rule.
They said keep them out.
Keep them out.
Boys
Up to no
only.
good.
Let's hear it for the boys. Catholic Church, baby. That's what they said.
I don't like any Catholic Church thing of just, let's hear it for the boys. Let's get more boys in here.
Exactly. And we're going to encounter that in this story, actually.
They say why do they do it is because it preserves their boyish high range, but also
Yes.
adds in the adult lung power.
Yes, because their limbs and their ribs grow extra long, apparently,
They
after
get barrel-chested
castration,
with long, weird limbs.
which allows them more lung capacity and volume and more power.
Which really, I don't like when you talk about humans like car guys,
Yeah.
where it's like, we're going to drop a new transmission in there, get a couple extra
Like
horsepower.
there was
out
a
of this
Tim
kid.
Allen of castrati being like, more power. Because they're twisting their balls off. And that's
Yeah.
actually, that is how they would do it a lot of the time, I read.
Yeah, like they do it to
They
like
would
farm
twist
animals.
them until they atrophied,
you like tie a band
That's
and
not
just
a-
cut off circulation. It falls off eventually.
Oh,
They still do that on
that
farms to a
doesn't
lot of
sound
different
pleasant.
animals. No,
That doesn't sound pleasant at all.
it was. Like I said, it was mostly poor families. Few became stars. Most forgotten.
Yeah, they said that he was castrated as a treatment for an inguinal hernia, which
they
that
also-
was the treatment at the time, but that was also the #1 cover story
What everyone just said.
for people who wanted
Or
to.
it's like you're a poor family. Your kid can sing. You're like, I think we got an out.
Yeah, they didn't want to have to say like, yeah, we lopped his balls off so he could sing good forever.
Yeah.
They didn't want to have
Not
to
a good
come out
look.
and say that. They were like, it was a hernia, but now he can sing good forever. So that's kind of sweet.
Which, man, that would make me really try less hard in 5th grade choir.
Yeah.
You know, during the Christmas performance, you're just like, hey, if you're really the star standout here,
Yeah.
we're going to lop your balls off.
Botch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the ball on purpose.
Did I tell you
Get out of there.
Did I tell you my 5th grade choir story?
I don't think so.
They were doing a trip to Sandy Lake,
Oh,
the
yeah,
theme
sure.
park in
Carrollton.
Carrollton.
Yeah.
And even 5th grade Jimmy was like, I think going to school and then going to a theme park would be cool. Mm-hmm. What do I got to do to get in there? And they're like, yo, you got to be part of the honor choir. And I was like, sign me up.
They're like, deal.
I'll do honor choir and then quit right after the Sandy Lake trip.
They actually call me the Angel of Rome.
So I go to the music teacher and I have to do an audition where I had to sing Amazing Grace.
Oh, no.
By myself.
Oh.
Just in
I
a
would.
room.
I don't think I could finish it. If I had to sing it seriously in front of people, I don't think I could finish it.
How sweet the sound. It was terrible. And
Why
then,
did I start in the national anthem? That's not Amazing Grace.
But then I didn't get in. I got cut.
What? Why?
They were just like,
Why
hey,
would they do that?
maybe you could try the 6th grade honor choir, Jimbo. Sorry, man. Which I was like, it's a choir. You can hide the bad voices in the mass. And
So let me go to Sandy Lake.
I think he saw through my ruse.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
That's too bad.
He was like, in 2 weeks, once you come to a practice. And I was like, it's not what I'm looking for, Dan.
Yeah. How about you take me to Sandy Lake and
We'll go from there.
See from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play it by ear.
He saw
This
through.
me being in the choir thing.
Yeah.
But 1883, Moreschi auditions for the whole fucking Sistine Chapel choir, which sounds intimidating as shit. I don't know how big the choir is, but you have to audition for all of them. It sounds like real intense, but Moreschi kills it, of course.
More stressful than my audition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sistine Chapel Choir. By the way, directed by a man named what was his name? Domenico Mustafa, who was castrated as a boy after being bitten by a pig. So that's a fun story. I don't know if the pig just started the castration or did the whole thing. But in any case, the pig started it.
Little callback to our Animals on Trial, where pigs in the Middle Ages were just eating people.
Yeah, I was thinking, from truly for 800 years there.
Yeah. Pigs were just reign of terror over Central Europe.
They were just stealing babies.
Yeah.
They were fucking being put on trial for murder.
Hanging a pig. That picture
They were
makes me sad.
Yeah.
Like, just eat the pig. You can kill it.
Yeah. They gave him clothes. No, wait. Did we make that up? Was that
I think
one of
we
ours?
made that up.
Was that one
I think
of our,
the painting.
Was that one of our
the
bits?
painting has the pig in a little outfit, which I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no historical record of the
that's
pig.
true. Yeah, I like to think he was wearing a suit, though.
But I think one of the coolest things about Alessandro is that he's the only castrato to ever be recorded.
Yeah.
And so you can go and listen. We'll post some stuff about it.
Yeah, and people say apparently it's not him at his best. People are like, he was actually better than this. It was when he had actually started to decline.
That was one of my favorite things. Is the critical opinion of it is divided. Some say they are of little interest other than the novelty of preserving the voice of a castrato, and that Moreschi was a mediocre singer.
Ouch.
While others detect the remains of a talented singer, unfortunately past his prime by the time of recording. Really talking shit, you know?
Yeah.
You get your balls cut off, you want to make something of it, and then it turns out not going great for you.
Yeah, damn, that's brutal.
Which another guy goes, the Angel of Rome, Moreschi, was probably not a great singer to begin with. He certainly was not a tasteful musician.
Ouch.
Yeah, they said he had a constant sobbing quality that he thought was like emotive. That was kind of
Yes, that
then there's,
apparently
like,
it was
modern
bigger
ears.
back then.
Yeah.
Like it was a big thing apparently that modern ears aren't used to.
And he retired in 1913 after papal reforms. They outlawed the practice.
Yeah, and in 1903, Pope
Yeah.
Pius X decreed that castrati should be pensioned out over time, and in the future, high-voiced parts in the choir should be filled by boys. Again, classic
Catholic Church.
thinking, you know
How
what
do we
this
solve this?
situation calls
More
for?
boys.
Boys, and lots of them. That's what they say. And then so
That's been their solution to a lot of problems over the past few centuries.
they're like, all right, we got a little bit of a bad rap with the castrato thing, but what's anybody going to say if we just load up the choir with boys?
More boys.
Nobody's going to say shit then.
Our next guy, one of my favorites, is Matthias Buchinger, German
Our
fella.
mans.
Born in 1674 in Nuremberg, maybe the best thing to happen in Nuremberg, you know?
Yeah.
Born with no hands, no legs, and no thighs, only small stumps. And he was called the greatest German living and the little man from Nuremberg.
Yeah, he had phocomelia, an extremely rare congenital condition that causes malformation of the arms and legs. They're basically like flippers. Like
He's like you've seen thalidomide babies from like old freak shows in the 1900s. Thalidomide was a chemical that accidentally they found caused these horrible birth defects. So there's like a 10-year period where there was a lot of flipper people hanging around. So
like Dolphin Boy from Sea Lab 2021, if you will.
Very similar.
It's very similar. He stood 2'5", but he's talented as shit. As all in the 17th century, mostly he's a stage magician, musician, calligrapher, carver, and inventor, and a micrographer.
Yeah, he could write very little with no hands. Impressive.
Is that the word? Yeah, he used his flipper. Blew people's fucking minds.
Yeah.
That I mean, he would also do shit at his show like just shave, and that would blow people's minds too. But then he was, he would. You make pictures, you make illustrations out of tiny words. And it was really hot at the time, and he was fucking awesome at it. This one self-portrait I'm sure we'll put up is actually micrographed. That's covered in, like, his hair is like little
letters.
But
I did like there was a theme if you look him up a lot. It's like he was one of the four runners of ableism, of teaching people that disabled people are capable of things. And I'm like, that seems a little revisionist, you know? People were throwing nickels at him because he could use his little flipper.
Yeah, I don't know if he was thinking about that.
But the best part of his whole thing is that he was married 4 times, maybe had up to 70 mistresses, and fathered at least 14 children.
Yeah, that's incredible. He was getting it in all the time. How did he even study for his...
Well, they said the only limb he had was his penis.
Yeah.
And a sizable one at that. And so what they called it was actually in England in the 1700s, they called a slang term for a vagina was Buckinger's boot.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing you could slip it in.
His only appendage.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
All right, England.
What's the little guy from Kid Rock's band doing, you know?
Oh, he's long dead.
He's long dead. No one had any slang terms about him.
Joe C. Was it Joe?
Joe.
His name was Joe.
Call me Joe C. Got more game than Calippo.
Yeah.
I'm a freako. Call me sick. 3'9" with a 10-foot dick.
Yes, I remember that line. Sure.
Yeah. There we go.
Sure, I do. Well, he was kind of like Matthias Buchinger in his way. He would play the bagpipes, the dulcimer, and the trumpet. He spent his life touring Germany, the German states, France, Ireland, and England, and had artworks commissioned by Louis XV of France and George I of England. The Earl of Oxford was another of his patrons. He once wrote to the Earl of Oxford, just to give you an idea, Matthew Buchinger did know that he was the shit. And he said, to the best of my judgment, it would be, I do believe there was never was a person born without hands or feet that can do what I can, and as likely there may never be another. To the best of my judgment, it would be the greatest curiosity that ever was in the world.
All right, we're riding pretty high on the hog.
Yeah.
You know?
He said,
a little full of ourselves here.
He said, I'm number one. I'm the GOAT.
I'm him. All right, it's like comedians going like, we're like the philosophers of our time.
Yeah.
Like, fucking tell some dick
Truth
jokes.
tellers.
Shut up.
I'm just out here truth telling.
I'm bearing my soul.
Dropping truth bombs.
But I love that little guy with no arms and legs, just getting laid a lot and doing magic tricks.
Just getting laid, and 70 mistresses. Children by 70 mistresses. That's 1998 Mark McGuire.
I was
numbers.
saying he's the Wilt Chamberlain of the 1700s.
Very, definitely.
If Wilt Chamberlain was 5.5 feet shorter and had no arms and legs.
Yeah, he's like the opposite of Wilt Chamberlain and like Wilt Chamberlain at the same time.
They're the yin and the yang of each other.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful if you really think about it.
It is beautiful.
There's a Venn diagram of Wilt Chamberlain and Matthias Buchinger, and that center part is just getting pussy. That's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. But
I like to think they're up in heaven now. Buchinger on Wilt's shoulder,
like a little parrot with a pirate,
and they're just talking to some skanks down at the Dave and Buster's.
Old D&B. Everyone knows there's
a
D&B
Dave and
in
Buster's in heaven. It's really shitty. It's not a good Dave and Buster's.
The one on 75 really is
class.
better, but it's okay. But our next guy we're going to do is Hadji Ali, which that is his name. Feels racist now. I don't know when that became like a slur in a way. Probably from all of our many wars in the Middle East. I've heard that referred to as Hajis. Doesn't seem nice when people say it.
I think Hadji comes from Johnny Quest. I think Johnny Quest had a friend named Hadji.
Okay.
Maybe.
I got it.
Maybe that's where that comes from.
He was an Egyptian-born performer that toured the vaudeville circuit and was called the Great Regurgitator.
He was, he was damn good. It's funny. He had kind of the same story as Petomane in discovering his talent, except the opposite. He accidentally swallowed a bunch of water while swimming in the Nile when he was 10 and found that he could expel it like a whale spouting. So that's how he discovered his talent.
Some of his craziest ones is he would drink gallons of water and then spraying it out like a human fountain. He would swallow nuts, handkerchiefs, and kerosene, and then he would produce them back in a specific order. So he could jumble it around and then, what do you want? And he'd go, Crazy.
The nut one?
Yeah.
Where he would eat like 30 to 50 unshelled hazelnuts and then one almond, and then he would start bringing the hazelnuts back up, and when the audience said, all right, now do the almond, he would have to pull the almond, and he would do it all the time. People were apparently very blown away by this.
Very blown away.
They loved.
You gotta wonder if there's some magician stuff where he gets he never swallows the almond.
That's what Morris Fishbein claimed.
He just cheeked the almond?
Yeah, Morris Fishbein said, he wrote an article and said that he thought Hadji Ali cheeked the nut in that trick and that he flavored the different handkerchiefs so he would know which one was which to bring them back up.
Still
in
impressive.
the right order.
All right,
Still
Morris,
impressive.
fucking chill out. Leave our guys alone.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, all right.
A classic oddball villain Morris is.
Well, I think he's kind of good in the other one we did. You know, stopping that guy from maiming all those people with goat balls.
Okay.
But, but Fishbein, he's barking up the wrong tree here. He's an outlier, of course. Everyone else loved Hadji Ali, including Judy Garland. She said he was her favorite vaudevillian.
His closing trick is he'd do water and kerosene, and then he'd spit fire and set something on fire, and then he would use the water to put it out.
Yeah.
All from the same ingestion.
Yeah, they had like a prop house that would be like a house with with a flame in it, just a flame, and then he would spit the kerosene on it first, and it would blow up, and then they would start ringing a bunch of bells, and then he would put it out with his water spouting. There's a quote from a May 2nd, 1928 Fredonia censor, just to give you an idea of how fucking much people fucked with Hadji Ali. One can always hear a Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra. One can always see Walter Hampton or Ethel Barrymore giving their superb renditions of Shakespeare, or if one's fancy turns to box or wrestling, he can visit the new Madison Square Garden. But with all due respect to the art of John McCormick, Harold Lloyd, or Jack Dempsey, none of them can swallow 3 gallons of water or 50 hazelnuts and 1 almond nut and return the almond at any number called between 1 and 50. Not one of them can swallow 3 different handkerchiefs and then restore any one of the handkerchiefs called for. And it is questionable as to their ability to drink kerosene oil. Mr. Hadji Ali can do all of these things.
That seems a little too specific.
Checkmate, motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck you. Of just the Guinness World Record.
How dare you?
Where you just gotta find one that hasn't been done and do it. Got a record. I'm a world record holder.
Yeah.
Because of big pizza. I made a big ass pizza.
I'm the best at being a house fire and then also putting out the house fire. Yes. I'm number 1 in the world at that.
Number 1.
But he's, beloved.
That's Hadji Ali. My favorite thing is after he died in England, his family offered his body to Johns Hopkins University to study, and Johns Hopkins politely declined.
They were like, what? No.
No, get the fuck out of here. Because they made a big show that the Rockefellers had offered a large sum of money to study his body.
Yeah.
I know it's just marketing.
It's a real missed opportunity. He was a wonder. He was a marvel too. Like doctors would, he would always call up like a jury or a panel of people to come watch him real close. But he did it like to make sure that he was actually swallowing all this stuff. But one time he did it for a bunch of doctors. He had like an exhibition for doctors who were all very curious about how he was doing this. And they all came away saying, well, he is really swallowing all this shit. What we don't know is anything else about how this works.
Yeah.
They're like, we can't explain any of it, but he's really swallowing the shit.
Lost to the sands of time. We'll never know.
Him.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
But our last one is Scott really loves this guy, Charles Lauri Jr.
Oh, man, I love Charles Lauri Jr. If you're online, you've probably seen a picture of Charles Lauri Jr. He was an
creepy
old
dog thing.
Yes. Any of his pictures, he's dressed as an animal, and it's fucking insane.
The
looking.
original Furry.
Yeah, he was a skin act, which sounds a lot worse than it is. An animal impersonator in the 1880s and 90s. So all these the photos are of him as like a monkey, a baboon, a cat, a dog. All kinds of animals. It's fucking insane to look at. It was an insane pursuit, and he was the goddamn best at it.
Which, if you want, I don't know if Phil's ever posted anything. Philip Garcia, Austin comedian of the Wet podcast, works every time. He can do, he's very passionate about his gorilla impression.
All right,
like he'll talk to you through it about like the little movements that he's doing.
Yeah,
it's very
I like
funny.
it. I love a good gorilla impression. He was born around 1860 to a clown father. It was an entertainment family. At age 6, he played a cat in a pantomime in Birmingham and caught the animal impersonation bug. He'd spend all his time at the zoo studying the animals, and then he gets damn good at it. He becomes known as the Garrick of animal mimics, referring to David Garrick, who I just found out about yesterday.
I was like, yeah, you all know
He's
David
a famous
Garrick,
actor and playwright. But I read he was a shit playwright. He was a really good actor and a shit playwright. But anyway, so he's an institution at Drury Lane Theatre, also performed at Covent Garden and the Alhambra in London, as well as in Paris. Mostly cats, dogs, monkeys, one time an ibis. According to one article after his death in 1903, the bounding of the kangaroo proved very trying to him. The animal moves in a series of double jumps, and to keep up this action was terribly exhausting. The public preferred cats, monkeys, and dogs because they were familiar with their movements.
Wouldn't that make it easier? You could just kind of do a half-ass version of it and be like, that's exactly how kangaroos move.
Their asses don't know.
No.
Yeah, that's such a good point. They were giving him too much credit.
Yeah, my dad used to sign balls for us.
Yeah, kids don't know.
And we'd be like, holy shit, Troy Aikman signed a football?
We forged autographs and tried to sell them to a kid down the street. Yeah.
Did that work?
Just little kid cursive. Juan Gonzalez.
Yeah. Pudge, but spelled wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good times, just being grifters as children. But anyway, another time at Drury Lane, Mr. Lauri irritated a dog belonging to one of the company by giving lifelike mews of a cat. When the dog prepared for battle, Lauri arched his back and hissed. As the dog could not understand a cat being of such enormous proportions, he promptly took refuge in flight.
Hell yeah.
And then probably his most famous role was in this ballet called The Sioux. Pretty racist story. Okay. It's about like a settler family. And then the kid, one of the son is like a sailor, and he's abroad, and he comes back and he brings a monkey named Chatty. And Chatty lives with the family, and he's always getting up to hijinks. It's mostly lighthearted gorilla monkey hijinks, like he's playing with the pepper box and making everyone sneeze.
A classic. We love monkeys in movies, man.
Yeah, it's super fun. And then the Sioux attack, and he fights them off. Chatty does, but then the one Sioux warrior kills him. It gets super dramatic. It says, in the end, when the man monkey has assisted the settler's youngest daughter to escape from the burning house, a lot going on, and has been shot.
Can you imagine an Air Bud?
Yes.
They kill Bud?
Yes, I thought exactly that. Imagine if they killed Bud in the end of Air Bud.
I'll show you the rule book. Skagoosh.
But the good news is, the bad news is Chaddy dies, or Chadi, I don't know how they pronounce it. It's Chadi. But in any case, he's been shot, and then the artist gave a remarkable illustration of pantomimic skill in the realization of the animal's death. They said that was a fine monkey death.
Yeah.
Which, again...
Wow. History really does got talent.
It really does, you know? I don't know why we stopped dressing people up like animals and having them act like... Well, wait, we didn't stop.
Yeah, people just have
furries.
gay sex during it
Furries.
now. Which it's a gay thing. We can say that.
I think
I don't know what percentage of ladies are there. It's butt stuff happening. Scott, I don't want to. I feel like I'm rocking your world right now.
I just don't know anything about furries. I thought it was more wide-reaching, kind of.
I think
aren't there like Nazi furries? They're flat Earth furries. They're fucking.
Furries are involved in all online conspiracy movements, essentially. But
I bet so.
Yeah, if you ever want to dress up like a pup and bang your friend, there's a convention near you.
Yeah.
Speaking of butt stuff, I have some shows coming up on September 12th. I'm doing a Don't Tell show in Plano. September 24th, I'll be at Zany's in Nashville, Tennessee for the Heroes Off Duty tour. And October 2nd, I'm doing a Don't Tell, which is in Fort Worth. So they haven't done Don't Tell shows in Fort Worth in a long time.
Oh, nice.
And we're bringing them back. So it'll be at I know I'm not supposed to say, but it'll be at Martin House Brewing. They got a really cool back room that we're going to do the show in, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm excited to go back to Fort Worth and bring Don't Tell comedy out there.
Hell yes.
Got any shows coming up?
I do. I got a next stop show at Black Hawk Brewery in Prosper, September 24th. That one's at 7 p.m. Then Don't Tell, October 24th. Herman Marshall Tasting Room in Wiley, November 15th.
Boom. Come see us. Also, that December date we'll both be on. When is that?
Oh, yeah, shit. I don't know.
I got to look at our website. I don't know.
I'm even more unprepared than usual without my phone.
Yeah. So we had a good fire station chat. What's your stance on swinging?
No judgment, but I wouldn't fuck with it myself. I don't think.
Okay. I think I was the only semi-pro one at the table. I felt very attacked. One, I understand why
you're sick.
God looks disfavorably upon you.
Well, it's because you're perverted. Because you're not living in God's light.
Well, I guess that case is closed.
No, please. I didn't mean to kill the conversation. I was just trying to judge you a little.
Yeah. No, I get why it's older people. But it seems like and it's not like you're not opening the relationship where you just, if your wife's like, hey,
I don't think you are.
I'm not indiscriminately banging everybody, you know? Neither is my wife, which women have much more access to wiener than men have access to vagina. But swinging, it's like
unless you're Matthew Buchinger or Wilt Chamberlain.
Unless you are
up there in heaven.
A man with no arms or legs in Germany in 1752, then you're rolling an Irish tale.
Yep.
I'm not totally against it. It seems like you do it once or twice a year. You get to bang somebody, she gets to bang somebody. Who's getting hurt? Well, that's what I've been thinking about lately. You got anything going on, Scott?
I'm a little peeved. I paid $1,500 for an oil painting of Bucky Beaver. You know Bucky Beaver from Bucky's?
Yes.
I paid $1,500 for an oil painting of Bucky Beaver lying dead on the north wall of the Alamo, musket still in hand. Turns out, not even officially licensed. Big goddamn waste of money.
God damn it.
It's still beautiful. I still tear up a little every time I look at it. It's just beautiful. No,
God, I hope that
doesn't
we
exist.
need to get that.
But wouldn't that be cool if it did? Bucky Beaver.
We got a new background
on
for
the north wall of the Alamo. Musket still in hand.
I'm going to hang my Hank Hill portrait.
It's going to be glory
next to Bucky on the Alamo.
I want to commission a real artist.
If anyone paints or does any computer graphic stuff,
right on in. I want to see it.
If you want to Bucky the Beaver on the north wall of the Alamo, dying with musket in hand.
I just finished that. Shout out to the book A Line in the Sand. I just finished. That's where that joke comes from. I was reading A Line in the Sand. Very fun book.
Good.
I learned Jim Bonham did the thing. the thing from The Simpsons. He got in trouble for caning an opposing lawyer, and when the judge yelled at him, he threatened to cane him too. I was like, God damn.
He's gonna double down.
God damn, Bonham.
I bombed for the first time in a long time.
Oh shit! Where
I've done weird shows and where you are connecting with a small group of people, and it's not like you don't crush or kill, but you feel like good stuff happened. And a lot of times it goes well, you know?
Yeah.
I've been on a little bit of a hot streak, and boy, last Saturday did I eat shit. It was a late show, well attended. I'll probably edit out the name of the club because like the AC was out. And they only had one server for like a room full of 80 people. And so it was hot and everyone was pissed. And early on in my set, there was a lady that kept talking, but she was talking to me.
Right.
And so like I've got like a couple jokes off, and then I just stop and I'm just like, shut the fuck up, lady. And then she tries to say something. I go, no, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I forgot to be funny about it.
Oh, yeah, I've done that
And it was
before.
like a moment of rage where you're just like, you have to stop fucking talking.
Yeah.
And then I never fully recovered from it. For the next 10 minutes, it was me going like,
So that was weird.
all right, sorry about yelling at that lady, everybody. That was my fault.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie.
That's, it happens.
Happens
it's
to the
tough.
best of us.
Yeah. A rough go. For sure. But what was that lady's problem, though?
Why was she chatty?
She should have shut up.
Why was she having fun on a night out?
Yeah.
Like a bitch, you know?
Yeah.
So you win some, you lose some.
up. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Oh, the Petomane story also reminded me. One time I found an unlabeled Garth Brooks cover. Like I was looking for a Garth Brooks song on YouTube, and I found a cover, but it didn't say it was a cover. It was presented as if it was Garth Brooks. And it was some guy doing a really bad cover of whatever song it was. I don't remember what song it was. But in retrospect, hilarious bit.
Yeah.
Because the comments are nothing. You're disappointed at first because it's not the song you wanted. But then the comments are better than any song. They're so funny. This time, a guy had wrote, yeah, this sounds exactly like Garth. If he hooked a tube to his ass. Which is fun. That popped directly into my head once we're working with a guy who literally did hook a tube to his ass.
Which maybe
all
that
the
means
time.
it sounds good. So joke's on you, guy.
Yeah, joke's on you.
Yeah.
He's a fartiste.
Fartiste. Flatulist.
A flatulist.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I think I was watching the show Alone this week. I think they should add a Noid, like from the old Domino's commercials. They got to get a average size but exceptionally fast man to play the Noid. And then they drop him off at the campsites. And he tries to steal all your food. But if you catch him, you get to take all the pizza and any cash he has on him, the Noid. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Just a tiny fast man with like saran wrapped pizza around his body.
Yes, exactly. You're seeing the vision. You're seeing the vision, and he has the things because he's the
always getting
Noid.
stuck on trees and shit. You gotta run him through some thicket.
I think it would add such a fun element to the show.
I'm here for it.
Alone, History Channel, get at us. We'll find your Noid for you.
But yeah, check out JimmyNelsonComedy.com. Got a bunch of shows coming up. Then I'll be like doing a ton of shows in October. So
hell yeah,
I'll be busy. So
good
check it
times.
out. I'll have them posted.
Cool temps.
Cool temps.
That's what
finally.
I'm all about.
Fucking finally.
It's so goddamn hot today.
It's finally nice. Today's not bad, but
oh, did it just? I don't even remember. I remember being mad ahead of time yesterday, looking at how hot it was going to be, but then I don't remember if it was actually that bad. When I was out
it's
there.
Texas.
So,
you forget there's just 3 months we just don't go outside unless you have to.
Yeah,
So that's what it is.
that's what it is.
Until next time,
Au revoir.
hail Satan.
Jimmy and Scott digging through the past. Crazy tales they uncover fast. History's stranger than you think. They'll also talk about wieners in a blink. They'll talk about wieners in a blink. Oddball history.